Today, we're diving deep into the power of mornings. Mornings are more than just the start of the day. They're a unique window of opportunity to get ahead, make meaningful progress on our goals, and set the tone for success. So, how do we overcome the challenges of early mornings and unlock that incredible potential? That's what we're going to explore today. Welcome to Productivity Platz. Let's be honest, the snooze button can be pretty tempting. But what if I told you that waking up just 20 or 30 minutes earlier could radically change your entire day? It sounds small, but those extra minutes can make all the difference. Think about it. The world is still quiet. Your phone isn't blowing up with notifications yet. You have this precious time to yourself, to ease into the day, to think clearly, and to focus on what truly matters. This isn't about rushing out the door with a piece of toast in your mouth. It's about creating space for yourself. Imagine starting your day with a clear mind, maybe enjoying a cup of coffee while you jot down your thoughts in a journal, or just taking a few moments to meditate and center yourself. These 20 or 30 minutes become your secret weapon, allowing you to step into the day feeling calm, collected, and prepared to tackle whatever comes your way. You might be surprised by what you can achieve in those early hours. Without the distractions that pop up later in the day, you can focus on your most important tasks, whether that's getting a head start on a work project, finally starting that creative endeavor you've been putting off, or simply enjoying a quiet moment with a good book. The key here is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire sleep schedule overnight. Begin by setting your alarm clock back just 20 minutes. As you get used to waking up a little earlier, you can gradually adjust your wake-up time until you find a rhythm that feels natural and sustainable for you. So, ditch the snooze button and embrace the power of waking up earlier. Now that you've conquered the first hurdle of waking up earlier, let's talk about how to maximize those precious morning hours. We all have a to-do list a mile long, but not all tasks are created equal. Some require more brain power and focus than others. Think about the tasks that you tend to put off, the ones that feel daunting or require a lot of mental energy. These are the tasks that deserve your full attention, and there's no better time to tackle them than first thing in the morning. Why? Because your willpower, focus, and mental clarity are at their peak in the morning. By tackling your most challenging tasks first, you're setting yourself up for success. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment you'll have knowing that you've already conquered the hardest part of your day before most people have even had their first cup of coffee. This approach is all about working smarter, not harder. By leveraging your peak mental state, you can power through demanding tasks more efficiently and effectively. So, what are those high-effort tasks for you? Make it a priority to tackle them in the morning when your mind is sharpest. With the big stuff out of the way, you can approach the rest of your to-do list with a clearer mind and a greater sense of ease. At the end of this lesson, we are giving you an extra tip to achieve this prioritizing successfully. We're creatures of habit, and nowhere is this more evident than in our mornings. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. That's why having a consistent morning routine is so crucial. It's not about being rigid, but about creating a structure that supports your goals and sets you up for success. Think of your morning routine as a ritual, a series of intentional actions that prepare you mentally, physically, and emotionally for the day ahead. This is your time to center yourself, to connect with your intentions, and to prime your mind and body for optimal performance. Now, the perfect morning routine looks different for everyone. The key is to find what works best for you. Start with something that helps you wake up and feel energized, whether that's a quick workout, a cold shower, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee or tea while listening to your favorite music. Then, incorporate activities that nourish your mind and spirit, such as meditation, journaling, or reading something inspiring. Next, transition into your work or creative time. This is when you tackle those high-effort tasks we talked about earlier, capitalizing on your peak mental state. And don't forget to schedule in breaks throughout your morning. Remember, your morning routine is a work in progress. The more you stick to your routine, the more automatic it will become, and the more powerful its effects will be. Leverage sleep inertia for creativity. We often think of grogginess as something to be avoided, a sign that we need more coffee. But what if I told you that there's a hidden creative power in that hazy, in-between state we experience right after waking up? It's called sleep inertia, and it's not the enemy you might think it is. Sleep inertia is that period of grogginess that lasts for about 30 minutes to an hour after waking up. Our brains are still transitioning from sleep to wakefulness, and this transitional state can actually be a hotbed for creativity. When we're drowsy, our minds are less inhibited, less bound by logic and reason. We're more likely to make unusual connections, to see things from a different perspective, and to come up with innovative ideas. So instead of fighting that morning fog, embrace it. Use it as an opportunity to tap into your creative potential. Keep a notebook by your bed and jot down any interesting thoughts or ideas that come to mind. Don't worry about whether they make sense or not, just get them down on paper. You can also use this time for free writing, brainstorming, or simply letting your mind wander. The key is to be intentional about capturing these fleeting moments of inspiration. Don't let them slip away as your mind becomes fully alert. Have a system in place for capturing your ideas, whether it's a notebook, a voice recorder, or a note-taking app on your phone. Embrace the fog and see what creative treasures it holds. Optimize for circadian rhythms. We all have an internal clock, a natural rhythm that governs our sleep-wake cycles, hormone levels, and even our cognitive functions. It's called our circadian rhythm, and understanding how it works can be a game changer for productivity. Our circadian rhythms are influenced by light and darkness, which is why we tend to feel most alert during the day and sleepy at night. But within this overall cycle, there are peaks and valleys in our energy levels and cognitive abilities. For most people, the morning hours are characterized by a surge in cortisol, a hormone that promotes alertness and focus. This makes it the ideal time for tasks that require intense concentration, analytical thinking, and decision-making. As the morning progresses, our cortisol levels naturally decline, and we may experience a slight dip in energy. This is a good time to shift gears and focus on lighter tasks, such as checking emails, organizing our workspace, or engaging in social interactions. In the early afternoon, many people experience a second, albeit smaller, peak in cognitive performance. By understanding our natural rhythms, we can optimize our schedules to work with our bodies, not against them. Experiment with different work schedules and see what feels best for you. By aligning your schedule with your circadian rhythms, you can work smarter, not harder, and maximize your productivity throughout the day. We are giving you an extra tip. Apply the Pareto principle to your mornings. You've probably heard of the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. It states that roughly 80% of our results come from just 20% of our efforts. This principle, while seemingly simple, can be a game changer when applied to our mornings. Think about your typical morning routine. Are you spreading your energy across a dozen different tasks? Or are you laser focused on the few things that truly move the needle? Start by looking at your to-do list. What are the 2 or 3 most important tasks that, if completed, would make the biggest difference in your day or week? Those are your 20%. Schedule them into your morning routine, ideally during your peak productivity window. This principle also encourages us to be ruthless with our time and attention. By applying the Pareto principle to your mornings, you can ensure that you're investing them wisely and maximizing your impact. The power of your mornings. So, there you have it, the secrets to unlocking the power of your mornings. The magic truly lies in their potential to set the tone for the rest of your day. By making a conscious effort to design your mornings for success, you're not just getting a head start, you're investing in your well-being, your productivity, and your overall sense of accomplishment. When you understand the science behind morning productivity and take intentional steps to maximize this time, you'll notice dramatic improvements in your focus, efficiency, and your ability to tackle even the most challenging tasks. The best part is, these positive effects ripple throughout your entire day, leaving you feeling more energized, accomplished, and in control. Experiment with these strategies. Find what works best for you and watch as your productivity soars. Keep striving, keep growing, and keep unlocking your full potential. Every minute saved is a minute earned to your goals. Until the next time.